L.W.O. L.W.O. Welcome to a wrestling show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at representing the WWE and live from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. It's Friday Night SmackDown. Air date July the 21st, 2023. This episode is the road to SummerSlam, and this current episode is the Bloodline's Rules of Engagement. We'll soon find out. And before we start the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. That's right. They're the glue that holds the building together, if you don't know. First and foremost, the authority figure, representing the authority figure, that's right. It is our very own Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, it is our very own Kayla Braxton, a team of one this time, and going into the ring, getting all the, letting everybody know who's about to fight, and the outcomes of such matches. We got our very own Mike Rome. And most importantly, least we forget, it's the commentary crew. It's the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They're the team of the very silky voiced with the rasp. Getting future Hall of Famer, my personal favorite, and my personal man crush. It's Wade Barrett, and back up Wade Barrett, of course, as usual. It's a long time veteran. The long-time veteran, Michael Cole. Over 25 years. Well over 25 years. Now, without any further ado, it's time to start the Wrestling Show, baby. That's right. We start off a little wrestling show with, now we are fresh in Orlando, Florida. So this is the home of the NXT. So we got ourselves some stars, some current stars of the NXT. We got the brothers. They're not brothers, but they're the brothers Lee. They share the last name, and that's it. It's Wesley, former United States champion, or North American champion, and Dragon Lee. Also there, it's the team of the Cavender sisters, the twins. So that's right, these two. They've never did anything yet in NXT, but however, they're the new twins in town, and they're NXT. They're training right now. Former, I believe, basketball stars. Also there, it's the NXT heavyweight champion, Carmelo Hayes. Alongside him, it's his number one hype guy, Trickin'. Ain't easy. Keep on trickin'. Trick Williams. And of course, we got ourselves the women's champion of the NXT, and it's Tiffany Stratton. That's right. So we start off the night with a big match. It's the United States Invitational Fatal 4-Way, Part 2. So they had two Invitational 4-Ways. The first time, Santos Escobar, I believe he won. So this time, it's a team of, a fellow teammate of the L.W.O. Now I call them L.W.O. because I'm an asshole. But they're called the Latino World Order. And fellow teammate of Santos Escobar is in this match. It is Rey Mysterio fighting against, of course, the Brawling Brute, Sheamus, and to the moon, Cameron Grimes in that one. And of course, L.A. Knight comes out there, and he's the only one they give the microphone to. We all love L.A. Knight. I'm a big fan of L.A. Knight. L.A. Knight's got a lot of fans. Maybe it's because now the question was asked, Michael Cole, hey, Wade Barrett, why do you think everybody likes, L.A. Knight? Wade's like, I think it's his confidence. He's very confident. He's confident in himself. And it's true. He's very confident. He's a confident man. And when he speaks confidently. And when he burns confidently. And yeah, his mic skills are great. His in-ring performances is really good as well. He's no Austin Theory, but L.A. Knight commands a crowd when he speaks. And that is very important in this type of business. You got to command your audience. It's true. So this match, however, was a fatal 4-way. And there's no rules in a fatal 4-way. No rules at all. So, yeah. It's a lot of fun. This match was a lot of fun. So there's no disqualifications, no countouts. Yeah. The referee's there just to count to 3 or see if there's a submission done. So this match carries on. This match was about 14 minutes. Now watching this 14 minutes of action was Austin Theory. Now, I always said Austin Theory's got some great mic skills. When he cuts a promo, he really cuts a promo. He's good with the mic. I say Austin Theory is a future Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Unless, of course, his career takes a downwards turn somehow, and he just loses all confidence in himself. But as of for now, I think he's on trajectory to the moon, so to speak. But however, Austin Theory, he's sitting by the commentators, Wade Barrett, Michael Cole, but they did not give him a headset. No headset, nor microphone. Missed opportunity, I think. Austin, like I say, Austin Theory, I'm a big fan. In-ring and out-ring skills, both skills, I'm a big fan of. Now, however, this match was a lot of fun. We had a Sheamus and Rey Mysterio team up, where they're doing the 10 beats of the Balor on top of their opponents. Rey Mysterio climbing the first rope, I should say, just so he can get around to give Cameron Grimes a beat to the Balor. Sheamus giving all the beats to L.A. Knight. Now this match carries on. And it gets really funny, really great. Now every big matches like this, every Fatal 4-Way matches need to have a Tower of Doom. The Tower of Doom needs to be done. So the Tower gets started with, L.A. Knight trying to suplex Rey Mysterio off the top rope. Off the second rope. L.A. Knight was not on the top rope doing a superplex. This is a mediocre plex. So it is Sheamus, then gets Cameron Grimes, and he picks him up for a powerbomb. Cameron Grimes then grabs onto the waist of L.A. Knight, which makes this a very awkward predicament for Sheamus. This is a, how would they call it, a ass-to-crotch sandwich. That's right. Sheamus was a meat and ass-crotch sandwich here. So the end result was this. Sheamus powerbombing Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes grabbing a hold of the waist of, L.A. Knight, giving him a German suplex. And then L.A. Knight giving Rey Mysterio a regular suplex off the second rope. All this in one fantastic move. It was like, the crowd was like, oh, that happened. That really happened. And it did. Now, obviously, something was going to happen because, Austin Theory was out there. So clearly some spot had to happen in front of Austin Theory. And it did. It was Cameron Grimes and Rey Mysterio. They battled outside to, commentating area, where Rey Mysterio decided to hurricanrana, Cameron Grimes right into Austin Theory. But Austin was too quick. Was way too quick. He moves out of the way. And he's really upset over Rey Mysterio. You did that on purpose, you sucker. I do nothing like that. I'm too much professional. You did it on purpose. So then there's a little bit of arguments. And while they're arguing, Cameron Grimes getting back in the picture there. And Sheamus, Sheamus does what Sheamus does best. Sheamus is a lot like, I believe, his wrestling style. It's not like, the man, Becky Lynch. They both, the attitude, the can-do attitude. Rushing up. Let's go that. Up top rope. Up. Ha. That's their attitude with wrestling, I think. They, up there. Let's go. They could say all of doing the top rope move, but they don't really do much with what they have. Because Sheamus, he loves going top rope, and he went to top rope. And you can say, yeah, Sheamus went to top rope, that's great. It's dangerous too, I guess. Landing on your feet, running the top rope, it's a far distance to land. But Sheamus with his patent, bash to the head, landing in front of them and hitting him in the head with his hand. The double, So Ian is up throwing into the ring. It's L.A. Knight. He's in the ring there. And then he climbs up the top rope, and again, with the top rope, Sheamus, top rope again. This time inside the ring, same maneuver. Lands in front of him, and they bash him in the head. Bash him in the head. I'll get you. So here we go. Now, in this match here, Sheamus gets downed, and LA Knight's going for a pin. That's later on here. Now, Rey Mysterio, he's going to break the pin up. But here's the thing, he goes for a Santon. And instead of hitting LA Knight, he hits Sheamus in the face. In the face! He could have broke his nose. Could have broke Sheamus's nose. Oh, Shamey's nose. But thank goodness, Rey Mysterio is lightweight. He's a light guy. He's a tiny little fella. He's a tiny little fella, as Sheamus would say. So he just bounced off his head. So the match goes on. And this is where it gets hilarious. Hilarious. Rey Mysterio ends up, I guess, hurricaning not just one person, but two people. Sheamus and Cameron Grimes. They're both behind each other, both naked, And then Rey Mysterio scissors on them both in the face, and then hurricanes them over right in the perfect spot for double 619. 619s, both of them. Now, Cameron Grimes fell back for her, and, Rey Mysterio goes for a pin on Cameron Grimes. But, however, I guess Austin Theory is too pissed off, almost getting, someone getting Cameron Grimes hurricaned. So he was upset. So he pulls Rey Mysterio from out of the ring and throws him into the ring post, or not ring post, but the ring steps. And thank goodness it's just the ring steps, because it doesn't really hurt much, because it happens all the time. People get thrown in the ring steps, ring posts all the time in a regular match. And they don't get disqualified. Because they know that it's okay. It's all right. And, Austin Theory was just being polite, getting some frustrations out, but he knew that wouldn't hurt Rey Mysterio much at all. But, however, from the back comes running in is Santos Escobar. No, you don't! Not on my time! He runs and attacks Austin Theory. And then they fight out to the back, fight to the crowd, and they fight through the crowd and back to the back area again. So now it becomes just a standard match for the four competitors. Now, the end sequence was this. It was LA Knight, Cameron Grimes on the mat there. LA Knight comes up with, now, he's got this standing elbow. It is the greatest elbow in all of wrestling, all of professional wrestling. Eddie Thorpe has one, but it's garbage. It's rubbish compared to this. Way better. So LA Knight throws one on to, Cameron Grimes. And before he knows it, it's Sheamus with a big bro kick to LA Knight's face. Whammo! LA Knight's down. Sheamus turns around, only find that that big elbow drop did nothing. 0 to Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes went on top rope to finish off with a massive not a curb stomp, but a massive, cave-in. Cave-in. It's like a coup de grace, but on a standing opponent. And then after that, Sheamus is down. And then we have a spot between Rey Mysterio and Cameron Grimes. Now, this is because this move is barely done. Rarely seen move. You only seen it because it is a Cameron Grimes move. Without Cameron Grimes, this move couldn't be done. I probably could be, but this is Cameron Grimes. Regardless. So what was it? Now, Rey Mysterio is going for like a hurricanrana. He jumps up and scissors Cameron Grimes in the face. So he's sitting onto Cameron Grimes like a powerbomb position to receive a powerbomb. Now the Frankensteiner, he pulls downwards. He drops backwards. Cameron Grimes then jumps forwards, does a front bump. And what happens is like a victory roll, but inverted victory roll. And an inverted victory roll. So Cameron Grimes gets pinned by Rey Mysterio. So moving on, will be next week. Will be the number 1 contenders match for the North American Championship. I should say the United States Championship. Because of course you need these things here because Roman Reigns, he doesn't defend his title. He defended his title once this year, one time. So there's nobody in line for Roman Reigns' title. So yeah, they got to have these tournaments now to make it interesting for someone to win a belt. So yeah, Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. L.W.O. inside fight. Good, healthy competition. So yeah, moving on, we go backstage. It is with a little bit of Austin Theory. Talk to Adam Pearce, very upset over what transpired. I don't like what happened. I was embarrassed by that Santos Escobar. I want revenge, and I want to fight with him tonight. And Adam Pearce is like, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard this one here. No problem. We'll make this a United States Championship match, and it's on. And Austin Theory's like, what? No, never. I just want revenge. I was embarrassed. So yeah, he downgrades the match. So what is it? Wade Barrett says, yeah, you know what? If you want a championship match, you got to earn it. But what about these open challenges? And that's happened before. No one really earned that. And Michael Cole's like, yeah, you know what? Why not? This should be a championship match. But you can't have this a championship match so close to a championship match. If you know what I mean. If you don't, that's okay. So anyways, yeah, it's going to be a match. It's Austin Theory versus Santos Escobar, non-title match. So you know who's going to win. Not Austin Theory. It's true. So yeah, that's the only reason. Okay, well, we'll find out the truth later on in the show. So next up, we got ourselves a women's division match. This is going to be the new, I guess you can say, Lady Goldust. And that's Charlotte Flair. You might say, why do we call Charlotte Flair Lady Goldust? Why? She looks just like Goldust would if he was in the wrestling right now. It's the gear, except for the painted face. This looks absolutely interesting. Interesting. Something Goldust would do in the ring there, except for the painted face. Anyway, so who is Charlotte Flair going to face? You know? Why, it is our very own. Damage Control's, representing Damage Control is Iyo Sky. And with Iyo Sky is, of course, Bayley, the most sexiest woman of all of SmackDown, joining the commentary crew. That's right, she's joining the commentary crew today. And she's given the headset, microphone, and she's willing to talk. And she's bantering with, Wade Barrett, feuding with Michael Cole. It's just some good stuff, good listening, Michael Cole all, drooling over Bayley. How dare you, you disgusting man. You disgusting man. So anyway, what happens in this match here? This match was interesting. It was, they were going through like Charlotte Flair was going through the paces in this match. It seemed like that. It was okay. It had its moments. It was terrible. It had its terrible moments and its okay moments. It was like Thor, Love of Thunder. That one there is like moments of terribleness and moments of greatness. And moments of just wrestling. So here we go. We'll just go through this match. This match was about almost 15 minutes. Almost 15 minutes. They had their big spots. Charlotte Flair with a massive high cross body press. Looked good in the air, but she landed. Yeah, it wasn't a great landing. And then it's Iyo Sky saying, whatever you can do, I can do better. And she goes on the top rope, and with the missile dropkick, she does a great job. Smashing Charlotte Flair in the face. Missile dropkick there. Now, we go outside the ring there, outside in front of Bayley. It's interesting because we got Charlotte Flair outside there. This was a weird move. It shouldn't be weird, but it was weird. It's like a Hurricanrana style, right? Iyo Sky jumps scissors, Charlotte in the face there. And Charlotte grabs her, and then she basically tosses her to the side. Tosses Iyo Sky to the side. And then, after Iyo Sky's cleared of the way, Charlotte Flair decided to do a front bump. Somersault onto the mat. And like, oh! It was like, wow, that was sad. That was sad, depressing. That was a terrible, terrible spot. Like, what? Charlotte, come on now. This is 5 inches of padding there. It's soft. You can take a massive power bomb out there. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. A little worse for wear, but straight up fine, I think. So yeah, she takes this silly old front bump, somersault. It's like a somersault. Like what you do in wrestling practice. Just like, we'll just go through the thing, steps. Ugh. It's like she's warming up. It's so sad looking. It's like, wow. How about give it to your all when you're in front of a live crowd there, Charlotte? You charlatan. Anyways, so in a match here, after Charlotte Flair takes that front somersault, and nothing really happened to her. So she starts beating up some Iyo Sky in the ring there. And we get to a point where they start fighting on the second rope. Because, Lord forbid they fight on the top rope. So they're fighting on the second rope there. Bayley's all concerned over Iyo Sky. She gets up there. She's like, Iyo, you do something. And she gets up there. Charlotte Flair, she gets, distracted. And the Iyo Sky finishes her move there by doing a power bomb. Power bombing Charlotte Flair off the second rope. But here's the thing. Before anything can happen, we got ourselves the Jumbotron. Flicks on. Blink, blink. And it's not a live thing, but it's like some sort of vignette. Some sort of weird vignette. A vignette of Shotzi. Now, during this match, of course, you know, Michael Cole was egging Bailey on with, why did you do that for you and Shotzi? Why did you do that to Shotzi? You know, because Bailey shaved Shotzi, or shaved a lot of Shotzi's hair off, you know, or cut a lot of her hair off. Because after the match between Shotzi decided to take it upon herself to confront Bailey and attack her, you know, in the locker room. And Bailey's like, yeah, she attacked me. She deserved this, you know. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but she deserved this. Anyways, so while this happened after the thing there, the Jumbotron flickers on, and it's Shotzi, not in person, but like I say, a vignette of her, and I just see what happened during the thing with her hair and her new look, sort of. You don't really see a whole picture of her, but you know, it's Shotzi Tank Girl, the Tank Girl. And Bailey gets frightened for some reason. Oh, am I going to get attacked? Am I going to get attacked? This is Bailey here. She can handle herself. She can totally handle herself. Easy. But it's like some sort of phantom. Some phantom in the room. So Bailey decides to run off. Iyo Sky's like, oh, what are you doing? I need your help. I need you. Really? I remember many times Iyo Sky not needing Bailey's help. Not at all. But she needs her help this time. But anyways, this match carries on. One-on-one this time. One-on-one. One-on-one. Iyo, Charlotte Flair. And it was fun. It was fun. Iyo Sky steps over Charlotte Flair to go for over the moon salt. And now Iyo Sky, she has a whipping moonsault. I still think Tiffany Stratton's the best of all the women. Tiffany Stratton's got the best moonsault of all the women. And this proves it here. Iyo Sky's moonsault, meh. It's okay. She misses, however. Well, she doesn't get it because Charlotte Flair whips her off the ropes. She hits the ropes in her face. Now, Charlotte Flair, however, tries to, take advantage. However, she goes for a 4-point Otis. She rams her head right into ring post. Boink. And then this gives Iyo Sky another chance for the moonsault. And Tiffany Stratton's one definitely better. Now, like I say, Iyo Sky's over the moonsault. It's a whipping moonsault. Doesn't get much height. She just falls backwards. Trust fall. Flicks herself over. She misses. This time she misses. So she doesn't get pulled off. Charlotte Flair then decides to, whatever you can do, I can do better. I can do better. So then Charlotte Flair's moonsault. Not bad. Not bad. She flicks herself over. She gets over. It's not bad. You know. But the landing, she never really sticks landing. She always sticks landing with her feet. And she puts her feet down. So yeah, anyways. Iyo Sky, this is the end sequence here, near the end sequence. Iyo Sky goes to the top rope. And she goes for another missile dropkick. Goes to the well once too often, maybe. This time, it looks like she smacked her right in the face. Looks like she smacks Charlotte in the face. Now, Iyo Sky were to use her hands to slap her thighs. Hey, it's a hit. You know? No dignity. But, however, Charlotte looks like she backed up a bit. And Iyo Sky misses. She takes a bump down there. Charlotte Flair then tries to finish her off with the most lamest finisher out there. It's a standing, Boston Crab. A Boston Crab. Like, Iyo Sky's upside down. Charlotte Flair's like, looks like she's reaming back, but she's standing up. She's not sitting down at all. Iyo Sky just has to bend her neck to the side and she's out. So easy. But she does get out of the move. They fight a little bit more. Iyo Sky takes out Charlotte Flair with a dropkick, a missile dropkick, another one. Looks exactly the same as the first one. You know, that Charlotte Flair missed. The one prior. You know, she goes up and it literally misses her face just as the second one did. It's ridiculous. But anyways, this one's supposed to hit because, of course, Iyo Sky hit her thighs and they fight on. They go for some roll. They go to the top rope. And they hit a nice Hurricanrana. Throws Charlotte Flair off the top rope. And they go for the roll-up combinations. You know, they fight for roll-up for domination for winning. So it's Iyo Sky goes for roll-up on Charlotte. Charlotte rolls up Iyo Sky and Iyo roll-ups on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte kicks out of it. And then Charlotte Flair, Iyo Sky still on the ground. All fours on the ground. Comes up with one of the lamest moves. I think it's pretty lame these days. It's the natural selection. The front bump. Charlotte Flair literally does a front bump next to, Iyo Sky. Io's on all fours. Her head's pretty much on the ground too, anyways. So this move was redundant, ridiculous, and it did nothing. It just made a thump sound when Charlotte Flair did a front bump. And that ended the match. In disappointment, So, not to let anybody down, after the match, Asuka comes to the ring there and attacks Charlotte Flair. Now, this time she takes Charlotte Flair to the ground and does a jump spin kick to the head. This time, Asuka's shoes stay on her feet. They don't plop off. Boink, boink. And then Asuka puts the arm lock on. It's Charlotte's arm lock, and the referees come in there, break it up. Break it up. So, yeah. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Asuka, for what you did. That match was a long but not very fruitful match. It wasn't that good. I didn't like it. Not at all. So with that said, we go backstage. It's with the very own Kyla Braxton with Dominic Mysterio and Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley, 2 champions back there. One, of course, a women's champion. Next one is the North American champion. And it's Austin Theory. He's the champion, or it's Dominic Mysterio is champion, and he wants to show his dad what a real champ is like. So yeah, he's pretty young. He's first title already. So here's the thing: we got Butch. I'm Butch. I'm gonna challenge you to a match then. Yeah, you're about to put your money with the mouth and I'm Butch. Okay, my Butch impersonation is terrible, but at least he spoke. They never let Butch speak. So he challenged, he won a match, and then it's Shawn Michaels pops up, does what he does best. I'm surprised Shawn Michaels just didn't straight up strip Dominic Mysterio of the belt like he did Solo Sikoa, because the real champion, the real North American champion, is Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa won the championship. He never lost it. He was stripped of the title. So Solo is the untitled North American champion. So anyways, he says, why? I'm going to make sure that this match happens. I'm sorry, Shawn Michaels. This is not NXT. You're nothing here. You're just a cross-eyed fool with a cowboy hat. I only say that because I'm an asshole. He is a legend. Anyways, yeah, he said, oh, make sure that you get the match. Shouldn't this be on NXT? Shouldn't this be NXT material? Because it's an NXT title. Is it not? Apparently not. It's an everywhere title, anywhere you want to be. Okay, so we'll move on. And it's the Bloodline. Roman Reigns looking at his lay. Oh, do I deserve this? Do I not? Paul Heyman's like, oh, boss. Oh. Didn't really cry. He's like, oh, like praying to his Lord. Solo Sikoa is indifferent. That's right. Painting a real picture here. Painting a picture. So now with that, we go backstage. It's Bayley, the sexiest woman in SmackDown. She's all scared still. Oh, what are we going to do? Yo, we got to get out of here. You got to get the hell out of here. What shots you going to do? Shotzi wasn't even there. So they take off. Because there's probably TCBY around. The country's best yogurt. Because damn, who doesn't love a frozen yogi? I don't know who doesn't. But they're probably not going to get a frozen yogurt. They're just not going to be seen on TV anymore. Not tonight. Anywho, we're to believe that they left early. Moving on. Our next match. It is a big match. It is United States Champion Austin Theory versus the L.W.O, Lip Latino World Orders. Santos Escobar in a match. Now this was an average match, but considering all the matches that were today, this was the match of the night. They had a lot of back and forth. Santos Escobar with his patented high cross body. They had a lot of stuff in the match. A lot of back and forth, like I say, it was a lot of fun. They fight on the top. Now the end sequence was here. Santos Escobar and Austin Theory fight for top rope supremacy. Austin Theory gets taken down with a Hurricanrana or Frankensteiner. Whipped down. Austin Theory tries to get refuge at the ropes. It's Santos Escobar runs at the rope at the corner with the jumping knees to the chest, whoop hump, and then with the Phantom Driver. The Phantom Driver being the a fireman's carry to the I guess you can say the Michinoku Driver. Phantom Driver. It's the fireman's carry to Michinoku Driver. That's right, and that's it. And 1, 2, 3, it's over. And Santos Escobar gets a big victory over Austin Theory, and Austin Theory's first loss in quite a while. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a not matter match. So SummerSlam will be Austin Theory's next time fighting, and it will be between either Santos Escobar or Rey Mysterio, which will be interesting next week. Okay, so next up, we got ourselves a little bit of the backstage. It's Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley. Now having a face-to-face meeting with your NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes, and his number one hype guy, Trick Williams. And I'm not sure what he's going to talk about. After all, ever since Hurt Business disbanded many years ago, I think maybe he's looking. Is he looking for another team? Looking for another youngsters to ride coattails on? Because he knew, I guess maybe Cedric Alexander, maybe his coattails weren't strong enough to be held. Shelton Benjamin maybe was too old. His coattails just were too old. But who knows? Right now he's looking at Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. So will Hurt Business be back together? And who will be part of Hurt Business 2.0? Will it be a 5-man team? Will Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams join Bobby Lashley? And will it be any good without MVP? I don't know. Moving on. We go to our next match, and it is the main event match of the night. The main event match of the night. And that is Judgement Day's Dominic Mysterio, the reigning and defending North American champion, versus the Brawling Bruits Butch. That's right. This match was it was a lot of fun. The wrestling was good, but it was a lot of fun. So what happened in the match? This was about 8.5 minutes in length. It was okay. It was respectable. A lot of back and forth. Indeed in the match. Butch going for his tactics. I'm going to grab your fingies and pull them apart. Pull. And he gets Dominic Mysterio down and stomps on the shoulder blades, looking like he stomped on his arm. You go on there. Dominic Mysterio. Now here's where it gets interesting. Real interesting. Dominic Mysterio. He after that, his fingers gets pulled apart a second time, and Dominic Mysterio goes for the ropes. He tries to get outside there. Butch falls him outside the ring, or falls him towards the ring there. Dominic Mysterio rakes, drags Butch, his neck across the top rope. Butch falls backwards. The referee decides, I'm going to check this out. What's going on? Butch, are you okay? Can you carry on? That rope to neck thing is horrible. Can you do it? While he's doing that, it's Rhea Ripley runs around the corner there. And she pulls out a chain right from her pants. Chain. It's like, where did she pull that chain from? I mean, did Dominic teach her some tricks when he was in jail? I don't know. But she pulled a chain from seemingly nowhere to give to Dominic Mysterio. Dominic slides into the ring there, gonna use a chain. He lets a chain loose, like he's gonna whip. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Butch with the chain. I mean, he's gonna just wrap it around his hand and punch him in the face with it, so it's indiscreet. It's so ridiculous. So, while attempting to whip Butch with the chain, it's Ridge Holland runs to the ring, and he grabs the chain from Dominic's hand. Mm-hmm. That's right, and chain pulls it away. So yeah, the match carries on. We got ourselves a Pretty Deadly. They end up coming down to the ringside, because apparently during a Pretty Deadly versus the Brawling Brutes, it was Elton Prince injured by Ridge Holland by a move that I believe like some sort of back body drop move. Just Elton Prince landed on his shoulder really badly. So he got dislocated shoulder, so they're saying. It might be real, might not be. But he's wheeled down there and he wants an apology from Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland won't have any of it, and he tries to bully away Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, trying to bully them both away back to the back. But it's Elton Prince, or Kit Wilson, decides, no way! And he gives, Sheamus what's deserved, a punch to the face. Back off, you're supposed to apologize, not attack. Get him back! He punches him in the face, thank goodness. I don't know, Michael Cole says it's a sucker punch, but it's not. But Michael Cole says a lot of things about Dominic. Actually, Michael Cole calls Dominic insufferable. But there's only one insufferable person in the wrestling. And that's Joe Gacy. It's true. Don't you know? Sucker. Misusing the word. Dominic's just confident. He's just a confident guy because he's got a lot of backup. Unlike Joe Gacy. Okay. So yeah, after that, Butch jumps out of the ring there and attacks Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson runs to the back there. He has his 2-on-1, and Elton Prince, he's double teamed. And next, you know what? It's Ridge Holland chasing both Elton Prince and Kit Wilson back to the gorilla area. And while inside the ring, it gets interesting enough now. Butch tries to get back in the ring there. He gives Dominic Mysterio a kick to the head. Dominic Mysterio falls backwards, and the referee's like, "Oh, Dominic, are you okay?" Some reason they always do that, you know. So then the referee heaps her back to the action. And that's where Rhea Ripley runs around and a chop block, just like the Karate Kid, takes out the knee. And then Dominic Mysterio grabs Butch, throws him headfirst into the post. Pang! Rolls him back in. Now here's a good thing. Now, thank goodness for the referee here, because usually a referee wouldn't care where you pin a person, because if it's how it's supposed to end, it's how it's supposed to end, regardless of where the person's sitting. So referee's like saying, "Hey, I'm not going to count. You guys are underneath the rope." So in Dominic Mysterio, he's trying to pin him like right close to where he pulls in, Butch, flops him into the ring there, like right by the ropes. It is hilarious. Trying to get a pin right there. His ass is hanging outside the ring. What are you doing, Dominic? So Dominic rolls him back in the ring, rolls him further into the ring, and goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, over. And this was about 8 minutes, 20 seconds. It was a lot of fun. It was good. It was all right. So next up, we have ourselves a little bit of thing. It's called the Bloodline Rules of Engagement. So it's Jey Uso in the ring there, little Meek in there, and we have ourselves Roman 3 belts. Roman 3 belts, the only man in wrestling who retains all the belts that they replaced. Makes no sense. Now the website says Roman Reigns is a WWE champion and the Universal champion, whatever that means. Because we all know the heavyweight championship belt was taken away and given to Seth Rollins. So I'm not even sure what that means, but he's got 3 belts, 3 redundant belts. I say redundant because he's done nothing with the belts. He's been champion for 1,055 days. 1,055 days. He wrestled like 4 times last year. Once this year. So yeah, he's a long-term champion for a reason, because he doesn't defend his belt. They're redundant championship titles. So it comes down to this. Comes down to he's been challenged. This is his first challenge for the belt, I guess. In second challenge for the belt in this year. So the contract signing. Roman Reigns signs the contract. Jey Uso doesn't want to sign the contract. He tears it up and he says, "No, this is not a contract thing. This is a tribal combat. This is tribal combat." So yeah, tribal combat. Another funny thing, like the Viking rules match. It's a no disqualification. It's a no holds barred match, really. It's a tribal contract thing. Just another no hold. It's a Philadelphia street fight. Just a nonsense thing. So he tears up the thing there, and now it's not really about the heavyweight championship. It's about being the tribal chief. So yeah, if Roman Reigns loses, he loses everything. But Roman Reigns is like, "You don't know what you're dealing with. You're just a pawn. A pawn!" But yeah, Roman Reigns accepts it. And I guess apparently the tribal combat means being civil, being civil to each other. It's like, hey, listen, until the fight, we got to be civil. We got to respect each other until we kill each other. So then, with that said, they sort of they embrace. "We'll see you later." The intensity was pretty intense. Santos Escobar couldn't handle it. "Oh, we'll attack!" And he flips the table over, and he tries to Samoan Spikeoa Jey Uso right in the throat. But Roman Reigns stops it, which in turns Jey super kicks Solo directly in the face. So yeah, such more build-up. Roman Reigns has another 2 weeks before he defends his title again. Second time this year. I think Roman Reigns is about ready to retire. Head to life. Well, it's bad time too, because the actor's strike and whatnot. So he's got some time before he becomes a full-term actor. But hey, he might do some movies for the WWE. They might not be under the same laws, same thing as what's going on in Hollywood right now. Because obviously they've got a show. So anyways, that wraps it up for this episode of SmackDown and concludes this episode of The Wrestling Show. Now, if you've stuck around, for you podcast nerds that stuck around for the very end, know I hold a very special place in my heart just for you. Now, join us next week for an all-new episode of The Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Lip Hazlewood. See you next time.